Tony, did that fix the audio?
And welcome to 8801 Cheviot Road, Colerain High School. It's Waycross Community Media's presentation of Colerain Cardinal football as your Colerain Cardinals play hosts to the Fairfield Indians.
GMC matchup here at Colerain High School. The 2-0 Fairfield Indians invade the Fairfield Indians invade the Colerain territory. The 0-2 Colerain Cardinals are hosting. So the Fairfield Indians going to be led by, you'll recognize the name, an ex-Colerain player, Tanner Fischer, leading rusher in the GMC and one of the top passers. One of the best dual threat quarterbacks that you're going to see in the GMC that we're going to see. This is back-to-back weeks for Colerain that we're going to see top quality quarterbacks. Quarterbacks just, Colerain struggling to find their offense. Still hadn't got loose, just averaging just a little over 150 yards. Colerain has won the toss and has deferred to the second half. So we're going to see the Fairfield Indians first with the ball. Deep back for the Fairfield Indians, Jordan Jackson and Isaiah Glover. Shooty's going to be Will Shooty. The senior for Colerain will be kicking off.
Whoa, I needed that to hear. Okay.
Not much wind, not much weather, perfect.
Yeah.
Will not affect play at all here at Colerain High School. Shooty's going to set up here on the right hash for the Colerain Cardinals, teeing it up at the 40-yard line. Glover and Jackson's going to set up about their 5-yard line. Shooty's got a big leg. Let's see what he can do in this opening kickoff. And we're underway. It's a little pooch kick and a fair catch by the Fairfield Indians. That ball, no return, just a little pop-up to one of the up men. Taken by Tyler George, backup wide receiver. Fairfield's going to set up at their own 3-yard line. As I said, Tanner Fischer, one of the leading rusher in the GMC. He's got 333 yards in just the first 2 games alone. Little spread action, read option. He looking deep. He finds a man, but overthrows him.
Pass intended for number 9.
Fischer as a passer is kind of up and down. He's just at 50%, but when he hits big. Averaging over 11 yards of reception. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Fairfield runs that out of the spread options, 3 wide receivers down low, 1 up top. 1 running back with the quarterback. Little bubble screen. Be well blocked, but nice tackle by the Colerain Cardinals. Limits the gain.
Gotta wait a minute.
For number 17, Mike Higgins. Brought down by number 9, Tay Love. It's a 6-yard gain. 3rd down and 4.
Tay Love on the tackle for the Colerain Cardinals. Going to give him a gain of 6. So first 3rd down and conversion here. 3rd down and 4. They need to get just past the 40-yard line. Hand up inside. He's got a little bit of crease. He's got a 1st down, a little bit extra out to the 45-yard line. 1st down for the Indians.
Tackled by number 21, Ellen Nevis. That's enough for a Fairfield 1st down.
No, Nevis for the Colerain Cardinals on the stop. Going to be 1st down for the Fairfield Indians. Ball spotted at the 45-yard line.
It's good. We're hearing that. It's good.
So shotgun formations. He's back. A little hand up the middle. He's got another crease. Positive yards again for the Fairfield Indians. Going to give him just about 5-yard line, just across the 50-yard line.
Down by number 5, Stanley West. A 5-yard gain. 2nd down in midfield.
So right at the 50-yard line.
I mean, it sounds good here.
So Fairfield steadily moving the ball right now. Colerain needs to get a defensive stop. Looks for the swing pass. It's there, but kind of throws it away. He was looking deep, and it was good coverage by the Colerain Cardinals, so he looked to his second read, which was the swing pass out to the right side, and just kind of completely misses him. Not sure if he would have gained any yards for that, but it was there, so it's another 3rd down. 3rd down and 5.
Big 3rd down for the Cardinals.
Last 3rd down, they gave the ball right there to Jordan Jackson right up the middle. Colerain showing blitz all on the line. They make the read, and there's a great fill by the Colerain Cardinals. A stop with no gain. They brought the house. Stop was made by your defensive line, Nathan Fry. He's got to bring out the punting team. Actually, he lost 5 yards on that play. Talon Fischer is your punter, so he's dangerous there. And kind of in a general area where it's not a bad area to
Is it the
maybe
cables?
try a fake. I don't expect him to with 4th down and 9. Kind of rugby style, rolls out to his right, little pooch kick, looking for kind of an odd bounce, and he's getting a great Fairfield bounce. Fairfield touches it, but can't control it. Fairfield Indians had touched it just inside the 10-yard line, had the chance to make a great play to down this punt inside Colerain 5-yard line. Couldn't get it settled. This ball's going to come out. Colerain's going to start their first possession of the game at their own 20-yard line.
The best cheer squads in the tri-state compete on 198.5.
Zay Jennings to bring out these Colerain Cardinals, just looking to find a little bit of identity.
50 cents for Wendy's.
Been really frustrated so far this year. Out of the shotgun formation, we're going to see. Rolls out to his right. He's looking deep. He's got a man. Underthrown, but he makes the catch. Colerain comes out throwing, and this play is answered. Jeremy Cheatham, the senior, down the sidelines. A big play all the way into Fairfield territory. Ball's going to be spotted at the 42 of the Fairfield Indians. 1st down, Colerain.
38-yard gain for the Cardinals.
Colerain comes out, shows them a little bit different, but second play, we got going back to the I formation, 2 tight ends, 1 wide receiver to the top. They go right back to the option, feed the fullback. Nice little run right up the middle. Justin Rhodes, your leading rusher on the year for the Colerain Cardinals, picks up 2.
Tackled by number 40, Dorian Soriano.
Crazy thing.
2-yard gain for the Cardinals. It'll be second down and 8.
Second down and 8 for the Colerain Cardinals. Colerain kind of silenced the crowd with that big start of the play. So back to the, we got a flag on the play as Colerain dead ball play. We got too many men. Colerain broke the huddle with 12 men. A legal substitution called on the Colerain Cardinals in the third play.
Brought the Cardinals back 5 yards.
So it'll bring it back the 3 yards that they make. Add a couple more. So it'll be second down and about 13. Back to the shotgun formation. 2 running backs, 2 tight ends, only 1 wide receiver out in the pattern. Colerain kind of a little misdirection there. Gets back to the line of scrimmage and a big hit. And that's all he does. Get back to the original line of scrimmage. Gains 3, third down and 10. Kind of interesting there. Just a little fake jet sweep. Turning into the quarterback option. Jennings, nice read, but great play. Cornerback from the Fairfield Indians stayed home.
Third down and 10.
So a third down and 10. Still in shotgun formation. Keeps it himself. Fairfield kind of blows it up. He's going to pick up a couple yards. But it's going to bring up a 4th down. Not enough. He picks up 3, a 4th down and 7. And here comes the punt team for the Colerain Cardinals. It's going to Brennan Green for the Colerain Cardinals. Is going to sit deep. Is going to punt. Kieran Love back for the Fairfield Indians. Going to set up about his 10-yard line. Snap is up. That's one. We're going to look at just a fair catch. It's a bad snap, but that's one good thing about having a 6'6" punter. Brings it down, has plenty of time, no return. The ball's going to be spotted. Fairfield Indians going to take over at their own, just outside their own 15-yard line. So Talon Fischer going to bring out the Indians. As we said earlier, 333 yards rushing. Colerain showing blitz on the outside. The hand up the middle. Fed to the fullback. Not much there. Good stop by the Colerain Cardinals, stopping Jordan Jackson for just a minimum 2-yard gain.
It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Indians.
2nd down and 8. Fairfield seems to use a lot of different skilled position players by formation. This time a little tight bunch. Still 4 wide receivers. Goes in motion. Jet sweep to the outside, and Colerain's there waiting on it. Good play on the outside by the Colerain Cardinals.
You want to announce with
Yeah.
That's Williams, Greg Williams on the stop. Thickens, the wide receiver, had nowhere to run. They're just going to give him a couple yards. It's 3rd down and 7. Colerain Cardinals looking to make a deep stop here in Fairfield territory. Fairfield needs to get to the 27-yard line. Snap back. Fischer rolls out, looking to run. He's got a little bit of a crease. He's got a big crease. Talon Fischer is loose. He's going to the 40, to the 30. Colerain Cardinals got the angle. Talon Fischer doesn't go out of bounds until he gets inside the Colerain red zone all the way down. He's going to be spotted out at the 16-yard line. We told you to watch out for these guys' feet. If you recognize the name, yeah. He was a Colerain Cardinal for years, and we remember him as the young phenom. Well, the young phenom is now an a seasoned varsity player. I believe this is his third year starting for the Fairfield Indians. A third down and long turned into a big gain. First down for the Fairfield Indians at the Colerain 16. Still in the shotgun. Fischer takes a snap. He hands the ball off. A little bit of a crease. Good push on the outside there. The offensive line. Going to be a 3-yard gain.
Second and 6 for the Indians.
Fischer still shotgun formation. Keeps back. Little pressure from the Colerain. Looking at the quick little out pass. And he overthrows his receiver. Futaki was open, but he just kind of threw it outside his outstretched arms right there. Incomplete pass. Third down and 7. Probably 2 down territory. Fairfield has not attempted a field goal this year. Snap is back, is given to the outside. A nice little run, but even a nicer play on the outside.
Corey Myrick.
Corey Myrick does business to knock him down. Minimum gain, a 4th down. 4th and 4, and it is going to bring out the kicking team.
This will be the first attempt of the season for Aiden McGuire. He is 9 of 10 on extra points. A 26-yard attempt is up, and not very long, but just long enough. So with 4:33 to play in the first quarter, it's the Indians 3, Cardinals 0.
Yeah, not more than an extra point in distance there, and didn't know if he had that much more leg in him, but he did enough. It wasn't pretty, but it was pretty enough. 4:33 left to play in this first quarter. Fairfield scores first, leading the host Colerain Cardinals 3-0.
So the Cardinals forced to punt on their first, or both teams forced to punt on their first possession. And a big play by Talon Fischer sets them up for 3 points. And the stats for Fairfield kind of, if you looked at the longs, they have a lot of plays where a lot of stats where it's 2 or 3 carries for 80 yards, but then you look and it's the longest 78 yards, where a huge chunk of that is in one single player or one single play. So not very good at sustaining those short passes or short runs, but they have a lot of big plays. Talon Fischer amongst them, as he shows there.
Yeah, they've got the athletes to break it at any time, but you're right, it's a consistency in the drives, which has been Colerain's bugaboo so far the first 2 games. They showed us a little bit something different there on that first drive and moved the ball until they made a few mistakes and they were stopped and forced to punt. I think we saw by the leg of his kicker. I don't think he's kicking to the end zone. Popped it up last time. Little squib kick again to the right. Oh, gets a Fairfield bounce. Colerain's going to have to scramble to take it, and I tell you what, that's about as ugly as it gets. That ball just bounced. When it got to the up man, it took a huge hop, hopped over top of him, and the deep man had to secure it.
That's a poor special teams coach from the Colerain, because they're going to say that when Jordan Robeson caught it, he then stepped out of bounds. If you ever have a situation like that, he should immediately get his feet out of bounds and then touch the football, because then it is considered out of bounds, and that would have been Colerain Cardinal first down on the 35. Now, 30-yard swing. They're starting on their own 5-yard line.
So Colerain, I formation, 2 tight ends, 1 wide receiver spread out wide.
Jennings down at the pile, tried to keep going, and he lost some yardage there. Now he's down at the 1 is where they're going to call it.
Yeah, they blew up the mesh, and he kind of got loose, so You know, there's no forward progress on that because he got loose from the pile. But when he stepped back, the pile reconvened. That ball's inside the one. That's barely off the shadow of the end zone.
So make substitution. Deshaun Hopper and Justin Rhodes out at fullback. So 2nd and 14 for the Cardinals at their own 1 yard line. They'll go I formation here. Two tight ends, try to get some space. And they'll just get it out of the end zone. Hopper, it looks like, will fall forward for maybe a half yard.
Yeah, Fairfield was all over. You know, you're not going to see much offensive diversity at that position, so they're keying on that fullback there, and they sent everybody through the A-gaps. He does get outside the 1 to the 1.5, so it's 3rd down and 13.
Cardinals really got to pick up the pace here. There's
late substitutions here. Play clock down to 4.
Not that it matters half the distance at this rate, but Jennings just takes the snap. He's going to look for space and just get out of the end zone.
Yeah, just a quarterback keeper out to the left. It really was no fake. He was just following his running back outside, but no blocks, nowhere to go. So Colerain's going to bring Brennan Green back on. Last snap was a little bit high. Luckily, Green is listed as 6'8", but your punt returner is set up at the Colerain 35.
So again, the Cardinals' offensive struggles just give their defense a short field to work with. This is a pretty good kick, but it's not going to get a lot of hang time. Fielded about the 38, trying to make a move as the Fairfield returner. That was not the ball. That was not the ball. It was his shoe that came off.
Everybody in the crowd responded yelling ball. It was a chorus of Colerain players, but then I saw the ball stop rolling, and it turned into a shoe. That was odd. So that is a very short field for the Fairfield innings. That ball's going to be spotted at the Colerain 30-yard line.
So an error on the special teams leads to it, and then no first down gives a very short field to Talon Fischer in this Fairfield offense. He's going to spread it out 5 wide, 3 to the left. Man in motion going to give 4 to the left. Sends it there, finding some space. Jackson going to have enough for the first down into the Cardinal red zone.
Yeah, they doubled the tight end on the left side and then ran a bunch formation with the wide receivers. Really, they had almost the whole student body that left side. He ran behind that wall of humanity. Got to pick up a first down. You see that formation, you want to overplay it but with the threat of Fischer keeping the ball.
And you got
you can't overplay one side.
2 sophomores on either outside linebacker. Again, 5 wide this time, though a little too eager. Again, they look to send Jordan Jackson in motion. Looks like one of the linemen jumped. 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, Colerain was showing a little blitz, jumping around on the line of scrimmage. And I thought on that last play a little bit of early movement by the offensive line that was pulling for that jet sweep. This time the referee saw it.
That's one of those, it's a timing play from when he sends it in motion to when he gets that snap. So you could see that sometimes if it's not on time.
So
they'll stay, nope. Trips to the right, Jackson to the left of Fischer. He's going to take it, keep it, up the middle, got some space, through there, 1 tackle still on his feet, spinning around, and in for 6.
Yeah, the GMC's the leading rusher takes the ball from the 23. Just a Colerain, a nice read option right there, keeps it himself, finds a crease right up the middle, and with his speed, he does not need much. Fairfield scores 9-0, 1:11 left to play in this first quarter. Extra point pending.
Line up in that muddle huddle, and we'll come back here and line up for an extra point.
McGuire's going to set up for the extra point.
Snap is back, kick is up, kick is good. 10-0, 1:11 to play in the first quarter, and Talon Fischer, just a midline veer where the read is one of the defensive tackles up front. Sees the opening up the middle, makes the read, and really, it was going to be a good game no matter what, but Elram Nevis just couldn't make the tackle. He spun off, stayed on his feet long enough to fall into the end zone.
Yeah, Fisher's a big guy. We don't have height and weight listed in the roster, but I mean, he's got to be a good 200 pounds at least. Solidly built. You're not going to get him with arm tackles.
Injuries happen. And what do they do? Let Riverdale's team the professionals get shoot back in action.
So we've seen 2 squib kicks so far from the Fairfield Indians. See if Colerain does anything to adjust.
Back to receive for the Cardinals, Jordan Robinson and Mikhail Satterwhite.
Satterwhite and Robinson back for the Colerain Cardinals.
They're not playing him very deep. He didn't have much of a leg on the made at field goal. This will be a squib, fielded by the up man. Trying to find some space, so let's go down at the 35, and Colerain didn't fumble.
Yeah, it's the only thing when your up man gets the ball that quick, there's nobody to block for the up man.
Colerain didn't fumble. Fairfield kept Colerain within the 35-yard line. I think both teams will take that. Well, exactly the 35-yard line for the Cardinals to take over here.
Yeah, the Staley on the return. Yeah, anytime in the high school level, you can. I would say the 35 on in is good special teams play. So we're going to see the traditional wingback formation for the Colerain Cardinals for the first time.
Step back, there go up the middle, and Rhodes, not much space, clogged up for a 1-yard gain.
Taken down by JoJo Baker and Amir Rogers. Set a second down and 9 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Colerain Cardinals still just looking to get a little offensive confidence. Fairfield really crowding the line.
Jennings takes it, keeps it, falls for. No, he gave it off to Rhodes, who again, no gain.
Fairfield's in on that mesh, so he really doesn't have time to make any kind of decision. They're blowing up a play even before it develops.
Rhodes coming off and limping a bit, so Hopper will come into the fullback spot.
It'll bring up a 3rd down and 9. They need to get out to the 45-yard line.
And they'll have some time here to game plan. That is the final play of the first quarter after a 1-quarter play here at Colerain High School. It's the Fairfield Indians 10, Colerain Cardinals 0. So the Cardinals struggling right now, as they had so far early in the season, to find some offensive identity.
Yeah, I mean, they came out shotgun first play, caught everybody surprised throwing the ball, and went right back to the run. They went to the I formation to start, no success. They went for the wing formation to start. I almost like to see him just kind of. Jennings is not your prototypical, and you don't see it at Colerain too much. Your prototypical throwing quarterback, but if the run's not working, why not give it a shot? Because you're getting one-on-one coverage with that. They're only having one wide receiver out there, but he's getting single coverage.
We'll go to under center.
And safeties are within 7 yards of the ball, and Fairfield's bringing everybody.
Now motions into an I formation. Jennings takes it, pitches it, blown up in the backfield, still loose. Cheatham will come up with it. And it looked like there was something up with the ball coming out of the snap.
We've seen it in the last couple of weeks. I don't know if if there's timing issues with the center, the way the ball feels, the way it's coming out. It just sometimes Jennings doesn't have the ball cleanly from the center, which throws the timing off for the entire play.
Number 80, Brendan Green. Back to receive for the Indians. Number 4.
So Brennan Green, the 6'8" punter, set to deliver for the Cardinals.
Aaron Love for Fairfield at his own 35.
It's a really good kick from Brennan Green. Fielded and immediately met by Nathan Fry. If the Cardinals have had not one, but for sure positive this season, it's been the play of Nathan Fry. He's been all over defensively in the backfield and here. Makes a special teams play.
Yeah, he makes a lot of plays from the defensive line, and he's your long snapper on the punter, which means he's the first guy release it. So you get your leading tackle or on the team as your first guy down in coverage. Makes a lot of plays, so that ball's going to be spotted at the 34. And here comes that dangerous Fairfield offense, Talon Fischer. No running back here. They're going with 5 wide receivers, shotgun formation.
Fry putting pressure. Fischer steps up, but he's not going to get away. He'll be tripped up. Got away from Fry. I don't know if you give that an official sack to 28.
Well, I don't know if the officials give it the official, but I'll give the official holding on Fry. Fry about the corner here. He had a good yank on his jersey to keep him from getting that, but
still a 4-yard loss. But I don't know if you give Greg Williams, a sophomore outside linebacker, the sack because he really didn't cause Fischer really tackled by his own offensive lineman trying to escape.
That's usually the closest guy to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Stat.
He's the closest guy there. So spread it out. Now they'll tighten it up. Everyone close to the scrimmage, and
they got 2 guys in motion. Again, a lot of what they do with their motion is timing. They were bringing the jet sweep across, but right as he started across, the running back flinched and came forward too. You cannot have 2 guys in motion.
A lot of window dressing, but I think Cardinals might have got lucky. They did a lot of that motion. I think number 13, Javai Jarman, the sophomore, on that side might have got a little confused all the motion, and if they were to pull back, play action, and get enough time, that guy running out the slot had no one there. But of course, that could also just been because everyone stopped. But it looked like well-designed.
He bit the fake.
A well-designed backside wheel against this Colerain defense is not surprising to anyone.
So 2nd down and 20.
Timeout. Fairfield to avoid up delay game. And I shouldn't say this Colerain team. Every Colerain defense as far back as forever.
When you played.
Yeah, Beam has been pretty much since 2005 when St. X well, I don't even, Tyler Lee was a missed pass, not a wheel route. But ever since that 2005 season,
Darius Ashley.
Yeah, Darius Ashley. I think everyone, just the design of the Cardinal defense is susceptible to the backside wheel, which it's not just a Cardinal thing. A lot of defenses are susceptible to the backside wheel because it's overplayed.
Well, you're chasing and protecting from the deep ball, and a lot of times when you give that fake to the running back and pull it back, you forget about it when he releases out of the backfield. It's a tough read for the middle linebacker.
And it doesn't even have to be backside. You saw it last night in the Purdue-Penn State game. Former St. X quarterback Sean Clifford, play fake, back threw to the running back and wheel out of the backfield, and it was there one-on-one with the linebacker. So we'll reset. Another 5-yard penalty. It's 2nd and 19 for the Indians at their own 26.
Yeah, and we've seen this Colerain Cardinal team keeping them down, making them make the 3rd down conversion, but then the one big play we've seen can happen. So 2nd down 20.
Motion man set. Fischer steps back to throw. He's met with pressure. Can't get away. And this time for sure, Greg Williams is the man on the spot with the sack. This time he gets Fischer by the legs, and he loses some more yards.
Yeah, give credit to your secondary. Good coverage. Fischer looked up. Well covered. Nowhere to throw it. Good penetration by the Colerain Cardinals. Kind of a coverage sack right there. Williams gets the credit. A huge, huge loss.
We will have to see for the Cardinals nose tackle Jameer Carpenter, the senior captain, did lose his helmet on the play, so he'll have to sit out. Yeah. But it'll be 3rd and 31 for the Indians at their own 18. Hand up to Jackson up the middle, safe. Gets it close to the 20, but they had to get all the way to the 44. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, there's your man Nathan Fry again making the tackle. Colerain needs to take advantage. This is the deepest they've stopped the Fairfield Indians. A good return would spark this team.
Again, though, we do remind you that Talon Fischer, as fast as he is also the punter for this team. It's a threat to fake at all times.
So Cheatham and Rhodes back for the Colerain Cardinals.
And we'll punt it. Cheatham going to take it and fall immediately. A little confusion between Cheatham and Rhodes about who called for it.
Yeah.
Probably the best outcome for Cheatham just to kind of catch it and fall down.
I'm just glad he held on to that. That's a tough play. They kind of looked at each other, kicked him in between. You got to have somebody who's the primary.
Well, they both pointed to each other, looked, pointed at each other, and then thought the other had it.
Right.
Cheatham.
One of them has to be in charge. One of them's call's got to be. Only one person should be making that call. And it's kind of tough, though. You've got a rugby-style kicker, and it's coming end over end. It's not a traditional kick, so Colerain does have good field position to throw in 46.
So, two tight end I formation. Handoff. Rhodes finds some space and into Fairfield Indian territory. Cardinals have some success there finally. Getting something positive going.
Yeah, just a simple dive off tackle. Colerain Cardinals not really having much success between the guards. This time they go inside the tackle and a little bit more room. Brings up a 2nd down and 4.
Outside veer. Jennings now. Pistol with 2 backs. Takes it, rolls right, steps up, nothing there. Jennings looking to get it, and that's when you have an athlete not playing quarterback. Athlete playing quarterback, because if he was smart, he could have just thrown that ball away. But
well, I mean, you had a 2nd down and 4 situation. You just had a successful run. Kind of curious why you go to the pass right there and put yourself into that situation.
Well, pass with only one man in the pattern.
So it's a big loss. Could bring up a 3rd down. We'll call it 13. Colerain has to get to the 43,
Not the
44 of the.
Not the best decision by Jennings was to lose about 10 yards, but he was not set up very well either. So Cardinals will be forced to call a timeout as they were slow to get the play in. Play clock was down to 2.
The Preston Brown Foundation partners with Colerain and other local schools. We're there to provide healthy snacks, sports hydration.
So 8:26 left to play in this first half. GMC matchup. Fairfield Indians leading the host Colerain Cardinals 10-0.
While tackling stigma reduction. For more information and to make a tax-deductible donation,
2 timeouts ready for both teams. The Cardinals call a timeout here.
Cardinals is going to take the field in this 3rd down and long. Back to the shotgun formation. This time, 3 wide receivers, 2 down low.
Jennings takes it, rolls. Looking. He's not able to square his shoulders, and now it's just a foot race. Stays with it. He'll get past the line of scrimmage, past the original original down to go, and that's going to be short by about 8 yards and 4th down for the Colerain Cardinals. And it really didn't matter on that play if the receiver was open because Jennings really had no time to square his shoulders.
Yeah, the play was designed and rolled him right into the pressure.
Brendan Green's punt is up. Another good one from Green. He's going to get a fair catch. Indians will start inside their own 15.
Yeah, Love does a great job right there covering up, doesn't allow the ball to hit and get any more yardage. That ball's going to be spotted at the Fairfield 14-yard line.
Dead ball, personal foul, Fairfield. Only a 15-yard penalty.
So really, so far, Fairfield hasn't really done much other than the 2 big runs by Tanner Fischer. Short field last time.
See, we have another half the distance post play personal foul on the Indians. So the Indians actually start this at their own 7-yard line.
I didn't even see a flag thrown. There must have been.
Now, I hope the flag was not on the kick returner because he kind of threw the ball into the Cardinal sidelines, but that's because he's returning the ball to them. He probably could have done it in a nicer manner, but I don't think it was a very unsportsmanlike way to do it. but it might have been somewhere else as well. Handoff. Jackson will get across the 10, but not much more. On first down, I'll mark it officially at 11.
Yeah, good read there by Stanley
10.
West. Middle linebacker, 3-yard gain.
Stanley West is one of your captains. I remember from early in the season, he made a mistake, and you could hear from a whole stadium could hear Cut Right yell, "You're the quarterback of the defense. That's on you, Stanley." So, young man has lots of responsibilities out there, and he made the play there.
Colerain shifts their defensive line.
Handoff. Jackson again in space, slips under the tackle, and that'll be enough for a first down, but we also have a flag.
Probably in the area, that might be attacking a few more yards on for a face mask. Colerain shifted everything to the left, which went right into the Fairfield play. Gave them a little outside lane.
Just kind of almost ducked under Elron Nevis's tackle attempt, and in doing so, Nevis's hand just going to be 5 yards, but did get a piece of the face mask.
That's when you get the defensive back making a reach tackle instead of using his body. But he makes the stop. First down Fairfield at their own 23.
Handoff. Jackson again, going to follow through, and a good play up front. Stanley West there at the point of attack, but also a good job by the sophomore outside linebacker Cooper Krieg keeping that contained.
2nd and 9.
Interesting substitution. I think it's more of a run-pass situation. Tay Love, a much bigger junior, rotating with the sophomore Hayden Danielson at that other inside linebacker position. Cardinals with looks like cover 0 here. No one over the top. Handoff Jackson. He's met in the backfield. He'll fall forward past the line of scrimmage. Not much more. The Cardinals with a good job there on 2nd down.
Inside the tackles, other than the one play by Dan Fischer when he kept himself, has really held the running back in check. But it's that 3rd down big play that's been eating them up the whole time. So 3rd down, we'll call it 7. So going 3 wide receiver shotgun formation.
Fischer just going to keep it and run, find him some space, and again, Fischer finding some space, and it's a foot race, and he is gone. Talon Fischer for 6 points.
77 yards. Talon Fischer. He's been the whole offense, but really all the offense you need so far for the Fairfield Indians.
And you can look at the stats. That's what they are. They don't have a lot of the averages are deceived because there's lots and lots of big plays from this in the first 2 weeks, and some more this week for Talon Fischer.
Well, he had 333 yards coming into this one. He's got to be close to at least 150.
Kick is up. Kick is good. 5:37 to play in the first half. It's the Indians of Fairfield 17. The Cardinals from Colerain 0.
5 minutes and 37 seconds left in the half.
Again, Colerain has had the opportunities and defensively had the opportunities there. Had Fairfield pinned down. Another 3rd long, but another big play by Talon Fischer, the talented quarterback. I don't think he's completed a pass throwing, but it's been his feet.
He had the screen pass, I think.
The one.
Bubble screen, I think. And again, they've done a good job containing them on 1st and 2nd down. It's just a big play on Talon Fischer, and the first one was a scramble. This one has a designed run where Talon Fischer just kind of tucked it and ran.
Running back disguised as quarterback.
Back received the kickoff for the Cardinals are Jordan Robinson and Raquel Centerlight.
Tight end at the next level. Just kept playing quick.
Or a safety or a linebacker. I mean, he's a very physical player. you're that kind of athlete, they'll find a place for you.
Yes. I'm just thinking, his dad, Talon Fisher's dad, used to be here the size of his head, a little squib kick. Again, Jaden Stanley will take it, finding some space, but after that initial wave, he's going to get past the 45, but that's not much more. He was a big man himself, so I could just imagine him putting some. He's got the frame to put some weight on.
Well, you know what? We've seen, he was a Colerain kid, 7th, 8th grade. I mean, remember him. We keep saying that he's got out. He's a senior now.
He's a junior.
He's just a junior. Wow. Seems like he's been around forever, but
he started as a freshman.
Yeah. Okay. Back to the I formation, Colerain Cardinals.
Handoff. Rhodes can't find much space. Gets about 1, 2, maybe 2 on the play.
Josiah Jackson makes the tackle. Rhodes runs through him at first. Good second effort, but Jackson does a good job not giving up the tackle.
Fairfield, Josiah Jackson, one of them. Is that Josiah Jackson? Yeah. Josiah Jackson, one of them. I know for 2 for sure. They might even have 3 Division I players on this offense in the secondary and in the linebacker. So Fairfield has always got that one guy. Josiah Jackson is that this year for the Fairfield Indians. Jennings keeps it one-on-one, makes the man miss, cuts back inside, still on his feet across the 40. And a first down for the first time, Zay Jennings into Indian territory.
Very decisive with his decision right there. Almost like somebody's angered him a little bit right there.
Well, he's one-on-one. Like I said, Josiah Jackson's a Division I signee, and he just made a miss. And I don't know if he made a miss. It's more like make him make the decision. And what we call a box, you put the defender in a box, and you make him make a decision, and you just cut it up and go from the option read. Jennings takes it. This time, he's got some space through, stays on his feet, spins away, and he's free for 6. Zay Jennings with a touchdown for the Cardinals.
There you go. Colerain answers back, or they're not going to be shut out. Jennings takes 2 plays in that, 2 consecutive runs, goes the distance, puts Colerain on the board with their first touchdown. The extra point, Will Schutte into the kick for the Colerain Cardinals.
Snap is back, kick is up, and just enough is enough. Cardinals get on the board with 4:15 to play here in the first half. The Cardinals put 7 on the board, but they still trail the Indians 17-7.
I tell you, give credit to Brennan Green right there. Your holder on that. That ball took about 18 hops to get to the holder. Does a great job. Fairfield really wasn't bringing pressure, so we had plenty of time, but that was a good one to get down. Not pretty, but effective. 4:15 left to play till halftime. Fairfield Indians lead the Colerain Cardinals 17-7.
So you get a replay here on Waycross. I was a little concerned with the block there on the edge by Leo Hughes because he didn't hold it just long enough, but Jennings powers through and spins out of that arm tackle.
Well, they've been I've seen Fairfield having some questionable blocks on there. At least they're being consistent. I was going to complain earlier about them, but you're absolutely right. There was 1 block to make, and it was one-on-one. Nobody else was in the area, so you were basically in the eyes of every referee and every person saying.
Well, I wasn't even considering a penalty. I'm just saying he got off the block at that very last second.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying there's a penalty either, but if he did, there was no hiding it.
Yeah. But he got off the block, but he held it just the instant enough to let Jennings get through. And even though he got off the block, it was not in time. So Schutte kicks. So it's a little pooch kick. It will be fielded by the Indians.
Well, that's kind of almost an illegal return. The up man called for a fair catch, and somebody else caught it.
Yeah, and that's one of those things you can't really fault.
So, So the up man called the fair catch, so the ball's dead. Even if somebody
Michael
else catches.
Figgins did not call fair catch, but the man in front of him, Tyler George,
But
did.
is that a legal move?
I think if George would have fielded it and tried to move, it would have been a legal fair catch. But in this case, I don't. It's not an intentional legal fair catch if it was. So Cardinals will take it.
Yeah. 25-yard line for the Fairfield Indians. 4:12 left to play this half. Colerain needs a big defensive play right here.
We did have a substitution. Sophomore Shaheed Davis now in at safety. Fischer, handoff. Jordan Jackson. Not much going.
Yeah, I didn't see who got him, but Jordan Jackson, he's pretty much been stopped 2 to 3 yards at a time up that middle.
PA announcers giving credit to Stanley West, so we'll give credit to Stanley West.
Well, he's been making most of the tackles in there in the middle.
That is his job.
And
That's
in
the
that,
middle
yeah,
linebacker.
in the option, his first read is his assignment is the running back.
Not always.
So 2nd down and 7.
Fischer takes it, looks, quick hit, finds a space. Broken tackle still on his feet. Brendan Shanklin into Cardinal territory.
Just a simple little seam pattern. Found a crease for the Colerain Cardinals and then a missed tackle. Sometimes defensive backs go for the strip instead of the tackle. He got more yards than he should into Colerain territory.
That's just a missed tackle. There was no going for the strip. That was just a miss.
So Fairfield does still have 2 of its timeouts left. 3 minutes left to play.
Fischer hands out to Jackson, trying to find space. He's across the 40, but not much else. It's very confusing for me announcing this, so in Jackson, because there's a Jordan Jackson and a Josiah Jackson. And one plays running back and one's the star defensive back. I have no idea if their twins are related at all. But if they're both JJs, they might be. So Fischer, 2nd and 7 at the Cardinal 39. Cardinals show blitz. Handoff, Jackson trying to get has some space. This time, finally with a play, just Jordan Jackson inside the Cardinal 20. Down to about the 12-yard line and got to the outside there.
Yeah, that time not up the middle, off tackle that time, and there's no outside receiver. No outside linebacker there. They even plug it up the middle, and everybody was looking in the middle again, but not the running back. Gets outside, inside the Colerain. They can get a first down. It's first down just outside the 10-yard line. Callan Fischer bobbles the snap.
They'll keep it. Fine, not much to go. And sophomore Cooper Krieg with the tackle in the backfield.
Yeah, timing of that play was thrown off. Not a bad snap, a little bit high, but Fischer had a hard time hauling it in. Just threw everything off.
That's just one of those, even if it's caught and doesn't not no effect on the actual timing, it does throw off the notion that your body is ready to take the snap. It's got to make that extra movement that sets everything off.
So 2nd down, 10 yards to go.
1:15 to play, so with 2 timeouts, there's plenty of time for the Indians to work here. Looking, backside throw, and I think they're going to get a flag here.
Yeah, they did a back shoulder throw right at the flag, and as he turned around, it might have been a little handsy by the defensive back. A timing route, really kind of thrown well. No way for the Colerain defender to get to the ball as low as he did. Threw it right at the byline.
I think that was more of a pass by Fischer, just putting it in the spot. It's a one-man route. They didn't get an element of surprise. Throw it where only his man can possibly get it, but they were both tied up that whole time. Now, the good news for the Cardinals, by high school rules, it's just a 15-yard penalty. In this case, half the distance to the goals, and it's not an automatic first down. So it'll be 2nd and
5, 5.5.
Yeah. Indians can get a first down, but really don't have to worry about the clock, and for the first time are under center. Handoff up the middle. A hand cut Kavi Bivens in the backfield, but he made a man miss and falls forward inside the 5 to about the 3.
Yeah, Nathan Fry makes the tackle here. It looks like maybe on that situation, did they drop Fry back to linebacker right there?
They might have. I don't know. They'll stay with this two tight end I formation look.
Fairfield does not like what they see from the Colerain defense. As I said, they had plenty of timeouts left. They're going to use one.
It's very interesting to me. I get it on a very short down, but it was second down, and you went to the. You've been shotgun the whole time, and I know there's some people that talk about not wanting to be shotgun in short distance situations, but it still gives you it still gives you the ability to spread out, and you haven't done this all game.
Yeah, you've got plenty of room to do either. Why change what's working?
Well, and I think unless you guys setting up a bootleg, your biggest weapon is now contained in the inside is in the center. But what do I know?
And then Colerain has been successful with the up the middle run, so you know at the I formation they're coming straight at you. And there doesn't seem to be a decided advantage from either the offensive or defensive line.
I don't know. We could do this question and they still put it in, but I don't know. Your best weapon's your quarterback, and you're putting everyone right on top of them.
Every play you've run out of that spread formation, you've been successful running the ball.
32 seconds remaining in the half. It's 3rd and 2 from the 3.
Fairfield does still have one timeout left, and this staying in that I formation.
Handoff backfield. Bivens hit, and Jameer Carpenter is going to tackle him. He's going to fall forward, but he's still going to be short of the line to gain.
I tell you what, he did a good job. He was stopped about 2 yards shorter than he fell. Showed great strength, and it's going to bring up a 4th down, but a 4th down in maybe a yard and a half.
See, this is...
And Fairfield
has put themselves in a spot. You either had to have made the decision and had say, hey...
A second play made.
But you also don't want to say we're not going to get it on 3rd down. But now you're forced to throw the ball, because even if you... Or you're forced to get a touchdown because the clock will continue to... Well, you stop on the first down. But if you get the first down and not a touchdown... The clock will be running. Now, you probably have time to come up and spike it, but now you don't have a situation.
Yeah, and it's hard to tell from the angle that we're at looking at the flags. They're at the 2. I'm not sure if that the yard to get is at the 1 or at the half yard.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough to read from this angle, but they are keeping the offense in.
Yeah, I think you can make the argument this is close enough that the 1 yard's a touchdown or a first down, either way.
Well, you pretty much, other than one series, stopped the Colerain offense. So why not go for the throat going into halftime? Could be a huge momentum.
Cardinals will get the ball to start the second half, so this is a huge play forthcoming.
Colerain's going to call it.
So much so that the Cardinals will counter with their own timeout.
That's their second timeout of the half.
Colerain does have one timeout left.
You fool everyone here. Talon Fischer drops back and drop kicks it for 3 points.
Have not seen a drop kick at the high school level since 1947, I believe. But it is still a legal kick.
I believe the last one, I don't know about high school, but I still think the last one, college or NFL, was still Doug Flutie when he was still playing.
You can find rosters, schedules.
So 16 seconds, fourth and 1 at the 1.5.
Well, if you're Fairfield, do you change anything? You had I formation, you called timeout, you came out.
Yeah, you come out
formation.
here and Talon Fischer drop kicks it for 3 points. No, it looks like he's under center. He can still drop kick. It'd be very difficult.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a quarterback sneak here. He's a pretty big guy.
Yeah. Sends a man in motion. Push. We'll see.
Got it.
They'll give it to the Indians. the Fairfield Indians were stood up initially for that secondary drive, kept the pile pushing forward, and 6 points.
Yeah,
for
in the I formation, you get that fullback and running back behind, and they just came up and gave that extra push from behind.
Unlike in 2005 when Bush pushed Leinart against Notre Dame, you can do that.
Could you go a little bit earlier in your references?
That's the last time that you couldn't do it. That was very visible.
But
it's been a while.
Very rarely called.
Yeah, very rarely called. And for I think pretty much after that, they made it legal anyways.
Yeah.
Snap is back, kick is up. And with 11 seconds to play in the half, the Indians, off of the big talent, I don't know, this one was not a talent Fischer, off of the pass and a good drive.
And a good run by Jordan Jackson that took him way down there.
Makes it 24-7 right before half.
That's 3 rushing touchdowns for Talon Fischer.
He's the leading rusher in the GMC.
Take advantage of the concession stand.
Although, as we mentioned before the broadcast to each other, you want to know who the leading rusher in the GMC is, just find the best running quarterback in the league. Usually he's at Colerain or Sycamore, but last year he was at Fairfield.
Make sure you stick around for the halftime show by the Colerain marching band.
Yeah, coming into this game, 28 attempts, 333 yards, averaging almost 12 yards a carry.
And the thing about that, too, is you don't know. I would think you would credit against him, but you don't know how the stats. Those are probably including how many. It's only been 2 games, but you're going to have negative plays as the quarterback when you get sacked, and you're going to have not positive plays. Satterwhite and
so Colerain not doing anything different in the return team. We've seen multiple squibs, and we see another squib.
Staley will take it. Fall on it at the 30. 8 seconds to play at the half.
He tried to scoop that up, and right as he got his hands down low like a shortstop, that ball took a hop, hit him right in the face mask. But that's his job. Knock it down.
Like a shortstop, he had his chest down, bounced right in front of him, and fall on top of him. It's more of a catcher's move, but
hey, as long as you stop the ball. So Colerain with 1 timeout left. 8 seconds.
I'm not sure what the Cardinals are going to do here. Probably just run the ball. But the Indians have 4 defensive backs lined up at the 30-yard line.
They're almost set up as a punt return team. Colerain is in the shotgun. No, that's not I formation.
Just a hand off the road. So take it up the middle. Get a modest game, but the Cardinals are going to halftime with that play. So after 1 half of play, here at Colerain High School, it's the Colerain Cardinals trailing the Fairfield Indians 24-7.
Play here at Cardinal Stadium. The Fairfield Indians 24, your Colerain Cardinals 7. Up next, the Colerain High School marching band.
If I play sports for my school, I'll learn how to be part of a team.
I will have more friends. I will be active now and when I'm a grown-up.
I will learn how to work hard.
I'll have better attendance.
I'll learn how to overcome adversity. I'll be more likely to go to college. I will learn how to get along with others. If I play sports for my school.
If I play sports for my school.
If I play sports for my school.
I must learn to be a good student during school if I want to put on my uniform after school.
Our next tune moves us into 1966. A prominent band of that era, Wilson Pickett, released our next hit, Land of a Thousand Dances. Finally, we conclude our performance with the alumni tonight with the Colerain High School Fight Song.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. There's just one place where a team is more than a group of individual agendas. It's a catalyst for demonstrating the potential of the collaborative spirit. There's just one place where players, coaches, and fans experience the exhilaration that happens when an entire community rallies behind the school team. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. In addition, high school sports help young people in Ohio develop the discipline and confidence they need to be leaders in life, even as they unite communities like nothing else. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
If I play sports for my school, I will have more confidence. I will get better grades.
I will learn how to show good sportsmanship.
I will be more physically fit.
I will learn how to handle wins and losses in sports and in life.
I will have more school spirit.
I'll learn how to work together. I will learn to set goals and work to reach them.
I'll make good decisions off the field.
If I play sports for my school,
If I play sports for my school,
If I play sports for my school,
I will learn how to be a leader.
Welcome to second half here at Colerain as the Cardinals trail the Indians 24-7.
50-54.
The Cardinals did defer the opening choice, so they will get the ball here, have chosen. They don't just automatically get, they have chosen to take the second half opening kick.
Plays of the second half. Talon Fischer goes in for his third touchdown to take us where we are now, 24-7. Colerain really needs to get started quick. This is a very dangerous offensive team for the Fairfield Indians, but they've shown at least in Colerain's last series that they can give up some yards. Got some more scores, Brandon?
Quickly, Princeton 43-0 over Lakota East. Mason 13-3 over Oak Hills. Hamilton 7, Middletown 0. Sycamore trails Lakota West 35-0. Springboro leads Elder 14-7. St. X just a little bit over Liberty 24. Nope, they scored 24-14 now over Liberty. Northmont leads Haley-Davidson 21-0. Pickerington North leads Upper Arlington 12-7. Fairmont beating LaSalle 10-3. Withrow over Baden 17-14. Pick Central on top of Wayne 7-3. And Western Brown leads Monroe 36-13. Second half set to go. Cheatham and Satterwhite along with Robeson back deep for the Cardinals.
And we've seen not a strong leg kicker here from the Fairfield Indians. We've seen him just several little pooch kicks, just squibbing it up. Colerain really hasn't made the adjustment in their alignment. Little pop-up kick into the outside. He looks to find a room in the middle, but there's nothing there. Stopped. Big-time stop at the 33-yard line.
That was Justin Rhodes, the fullback. So they did make a slight adjustment. They didn't show it immediately. The return man all kind of rushed up, but I don't think it did the intended gain of getting one of those return men in the spot to be the man to take that kick. But I think both teams will be okay with the result. Cardinals take over at their own 29-yard line. So Jennings, last time he was on the field, engineered a touchdown drive. Pretty much almost all by himself, but not quite.
He had 3 plays with 2 of them at carries that he had himself.
High formation for the Cardinals. 2 receivers to the right. Jennings takes it, hands it off Rhodes. Pushing forward, he's going to get about 3, maybe 4 on the carry. Cardinals now trying to use the formation against the Indians here.
Yeah, they put both wide receivers to the right side, but this time they run short side. People ask why, and it says there's less guys to block. If you get man up and you can make that block, there's less tacklers there, so you can break the big play. But from your fullback, I'll take 3 yards on first down every time.
Satterwhite in motion. Jennings takes it, picks Satterwhite, will cut inside, falling forward, and good play on the edge for the Fairfield Indians.
Yeah, they force the early pitch. Jennings does a good job and gets it out there. Satterwhite showed a little quickness right there, made the first guy miss, but just got back to the line of scrimmage.
Satterwhite, it looked like he had a little hole there, but Josiah Jackson forced him inside and didn't get that seal on the inside, and really good tackle by Ray Coney in the open field.
Yeah, it's the blocks in the second level that spring that play, and the Colerain just didn't get it. So a 3rd down and 8.
Step back throws. Caught by Cheatham. Makes a one-man miss, still on his feet, following forward. And it's going to be just 2 yards short.
I'll tell you what, Cheatham just kind of saved Colerain right there. That really was more of a lateral. If he doesn't make that tremendous catch in the air, that's a live ball if it doesn't go out of bounds. Makes a couple guys miss. Gets 6, needed 8. 4th down and 2.
Against the pleadings of Jennings, the Cardinals will send out the punt unit.
Yeah, Brennan Green kicking for the Colerain Cardinals. Love setting up about his own 30-yard line.
Snap is back. And another good kick by Brennan Green.
Get a hop.
Just going to let that bounce. It's going to bounce out of bounds.
Tell you what, if he could have got that anywhere near the middle of the field, that ball had that top spin. That was good. It's still rolling down the track. But that's going to go out of bounds with no return. I'll take that. Fairfield takes over at their own 28-yard line. 29. 28.
All right.
898.
Thank you, all of you, for listening to those live on wearecolerain.com. We've had some technical issues to work through, but thank you for helping with that, staying with those.
Back to the shotgun formation we've seen out of Fischer. Get a late substitution.
And timeout Fairfield.
They got kind of a little, I know they got the timeout in, but they had 11 players on the field. While they're in the counting off the cadence, a 12-man ran onto the field. Referee reached for his flag, but Fairfield got a timeout in there.
898. If you are the winner, please come to the press box to collect.
So Fairfield is going to have to burn an early timeout, leading 24-7 in the third quarter here for the Colerain Cardinals.
Thank all of you listening in live on wearecolerain.com, and those of you listening on delay, Waycross Community Media Television.
So here's that double bunch formation. It kind of.
That's not it. Yeah, it's almost like an extra tight end there. They send him a motion jet sweep. He's got the edge, and he's going to lose the football, but he's already down and out of bounds there. Be about an 8-9 yard carry.
Yeah, we've seen a couple jet sweeps by this Michael Figgins. He has really got some wheels to the outside. If you don't get a hand on him, he's got a chance to take that the distance. He does get 9 yards on that.
So it'll be 2nd down and 1.
So Fischer's in shotgun formation. Here comes that fake jet sweep. This time he gives it up to the running back.
Jackson finding some space on the counter.
Jackson on the run.
That play had, yeah, I think that play was aided by a little bit of timing. It was kind of thrown off by the quarterback, running back, and snap formation. But that little bit of a delay allowed the defense to penetrate to the outside. So the first down just inside, we'll mark that at the 49-yard line of the Fairfield Indians.
Indians have found more success than they did earlier with this kind of change in formation. Handoff, Jackson got into some space, one-on-one. The sidelines, cuts back, stays on his feet across the 35, just outside the 30-yard line.
They were, Jackson getting up a little bit of slow, but yeah, they were more running inside the tackle. This time they're running that same play, but he's going outside, and you're right, finding success. There's the last series of the second half and this series.
It's the opposite of the midline veer where Fischer kept it for a big run for himself. He gets the read and lets the running back take it to the outside. Nathan Fry had a free hit on the quarterback, but it didn't matter because Fischer no longer had the ball. So Fischer, again, with this bunch formation, sends a man in motion, keeps it around the edge. He's going to have a first down and more. And the Indians have really found something here.
And it was Figgins again on that jet sweep. It doesn't matter who they're running, but they're running around that right side with just nobody out there to stop them.
We haven't had any success really up the middle against this defensive line, and you got 2 sophomores on the edges, and the secondary hasn't done a great job of tackling, so Indians exploiting the weakness of this.
Well, he was 7-8 yards around that corner even before there was a man there to tackle him.
Finding the soft spots in this Cardinal defense. Handoff. Jackson breaks out of the tackle, stays on his feet. And again, Greg Williams had him in the backfield, and that's just to see sophomore trying to tackle a grown senior there.
Yeah, that senior, there was some contact. Senior runs through the tackle. He was in the right place in the right time, but just didn't make the play. Picks up 8 yards on the carry.
And this is where we got here. We got an injured player on the sidelines because all of a sudden,
yeah, I was looking for somebody to call a timeout. The Colerain coaches were
well,
walking
half
to
the
sidelines.
referees were acting like there was some kind of timeout. The Cardinals ran to the sidelines.
Well, both coaching staffs were kind of approaching their teams, kind of like a muddle huddle to the sidelines, but nothing was signaled. But here we go, 2nd down and 2.
In the Cardinal red zone, knocking on the door. Fischer takes the snap, fakes it. He's going to drop back, look to pass. He's just going to keep it and run down the sidelines, but the ending of this play doesn't matter that Fischer ends up in the end zone because it's coming back for a flag.
Yeah, he scrambled off to his left side and found some open space, but that open space was there.
I know he's athletic, but you can tell from here that the guy on the edge, he got to the edge because
of the hold. And that is a spot foul. It's going to help the Colerain Cardinals out. Going to bring the buck all the way back to the 25.
Yep. So
a 2nd and 2 now is a 2nd and 15.
2nd down and 25 for the Indians.
And to be honest, the Fairfield Indians did have a lot of damage in the first half with penalties slowing their offense on that first drive that backed them up inside their own 20. A little different situation here. Fischer takes it over top and just misses. He had a man in the right and threw it in the right spot. I don't know if it was play action seam over top of the safety who came up to play the run, but I don't know if the seam route is running the wrong spot, if Fischer threw it in the wrong.
Well, he hasn't been really accurate on those throws tonight. The only ones he's really completed was the swing pass to the outside. That seam route, he did have it, but the timing seemed a little bit off, and he kind of rushed his throw, kind of short-armed it.
Or is it both? Did he both overthrow him and the receiver wasn't in the right spot?
It was incomplete, let's just say that.
Yeah, let's go with
that. So 3rd down and 15.
25. This has been the most dangerous down and distance for the Indians. This time not Fischer. Finding some space, Jackson does on the edge. He's going to get inside the 20, but not enough.
But it is close enough to get it to maybe attempt to this on 4th down. It's going to be a 4th down and 8, but nope, they're going to bring in the field goal unit in.
He made a 26-yarder earlier. This will be a 33-yard attempt.
In for a field goal attempt.
So Aiden McGuire has not missed a field goal yet this year.
He's only made one. Kick is up. Kick is good. With 7:17 to play in the 3rd quarter. Indians 27, Cardinals 7.
Well, kind of the defense did their job. The short field held them to a field goal. Now it's the offensive turn.
Split the pot tonight is none other than Jacob Williams.
Really can't allow with your offense to get more than and more behind than the scores that they are now. 27-7, 7-17 left to play in the third quarter. Fairfield leads.
So, Indians put more points on the board, but the Cardinals do still stay within 3 scores. Little victories and everything.
Well, they've struggled here in the return game because you've got such a non-traditional kicker. Either pooches it or squibs it.
We have Jordan Robinson.
So really doesn't have much of an opportunity to get blockers in front of this runner. McGuire's teeing it off.
It's another squib kick. They'll let it bounce. Rhodes will take it. Stays on his feet. Ball's loose. Cardinals do, fortunately, fall on top of it.
The Cardinals recover the slip up there. It'll be 1st and 10 for Colerain.
Yeah, he had got all the way out to about the 37, but after that fumble, they're going to bring it back inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. 7:09 left to play in this third quarter. Colerain really needs to get something going. Looks like they're going to mix it up a little bit. Nope, I thought they were going shotgun formation, but nope, back to the traditional wing formation. They do have wider splits at the offensive line.
Handoff Rhodes finding some space across, nope, just short of the 40.
We'll give him 6 yards on that carry.
Justin Rhodes on the carry, taking down number 40, Dorian Soriano. A 6-yard gain, 2nd down and 4.
So 2nd and 4 for the Cardinals. Jennings keeps it, tucks it's got some space still on his feet. There's a flag in the backfield.
Yeah, behind in the play. Not sure if it affected the play. It seemed to be in the backside. Referees are really discussing this. It's going to be illegal hands to the face by the Fairfield Indians.
Well, misspoken, or not misspoken, but at least assumed wrong.
So that's a is it a personal foul? No.
It's 15 yards towards the end of the run.
So this could take it all the way to the Fairfield 37. 1st down, Cardinals.
Jennings takes, keeps again off the edge. Outside veer, stays on his feet. And he's close to another 1st down.
Nice game by Zay Jennings.
Colerain find a little bit of success in this drive on that veer option to the outside.
That run is good for a 1st down, Colerain.
So 1st down to the Colerain Cardinals at the Fairfield 25. Kind of woken up this crowd. 6:07 left to play in the third quarter. And ball, give it up the middle, and Fairfield blows up the mesh. Does a great job just to hang on to the ball.
Jennings made the right read. I thought the fullback was about to have a big play there on the outside veer, but somebody from the interior got through a block.
That's James Thomas, listed as a tight end, playing at the nose. Big guy just kind of blew up that play.
So positives early on, and then we got a little setback here for the Cardinals. 2nd and 12 from the Indian 27. Hand it off, jet sweep, Cheatham around the edge, trying to find some space. There was a flag. I don't know.
Yeah,
the Cardinals not set, or the Indians across the line to gain?
Or the legal formation.
Formation penalty on the Cardinals.
Yeah, they had a couple little struggle lining up. Quarterback tried to rearrange where the guys were standing. I believe they didn't. They either had too many or not enough guys on the line of scrimmage.
And it's declined.
So Fairfield's going to take the outcome of the play and make it 3rd down and 12.
Probably the right decision, but also the Cardinals are probably in 2-down territory. Satterwhite in motion. Jennings steps, looks back, throws. Out of the hands of Robinson. Even if he catches it, though, he's going to be short of the line to gain.
It just ran a little hook pattern to the outside. It was going to set him up one-on-one. That ball was high.
Yeah, but you run a hook pattern that's 7 yards short of the line to gain.
Yeah, I mean, trying to get half of that back to make it easier. He's one-on-one, so if he breaks the tackle, would almost rather seen maybe a little seam or post route right there, because the safeties are really cheating on the run. The cornerback was playing deep.
4th down and 12. The Cardinal offense stays out there.
5 seconds left on the play clock. Colerain's going to have to burn a timeout.
They will.
A big 4-down conversion cannot get the play off or the play in time.
We have some scores from around the area tonight. Some high school football scores from around the area. We have Princeton 50.
So that's gonna stop the clock. 5:11 left to play in this 3rd quarter. A big 4th down. It could be huge for the Colerain Cardinals. Down 3 scores.
West Claremont 14 in the 3rd quarter. And also in the 3rd quarter, Fairmont 10, LaSalle 3.
Not what you want for the Cardinals, but it's also not the worst. You'd rather they take the time out there than completely botch that and rush that big 4th down play.
Well, and whatever you run here, you're looking, you're getting single coverage deep. Almost treat this like a punt. You got a one-on-one. Point.
Man in motion. Satterwhite takes it, looks to throw. Jennings can't find any space, and he's just going to scramble and lose about 20 yards.
One thing you can't do right there is take a sack. Throw the ball deep. He really didn't have time. Play design only put one receiver in the area, and really.
Well, it looked like he had the tight end wide open down the middle. It might have been Cheatham. Was unguarded. It looked like the middle. Just Jennings didn't have the time to get it off to him.
So he is sacked and all the way back, and Fairfield's going to take over at their own 47-yard line.
The Cardinals had a play if Jennings had time to set his feet. Now, the safety might have been able to come over the top there, but either way, you can't take that big loss. Fischer takes it, looks, forced to scramble, still on his feet, gets it off, and throws it away. And see, that, I know it's 4th down, but that's something you want Jennings to do. So if you're going to scramble around, throw it away and take no gain rather than a loss of 20 yards.
I would rather see an interception than a sack in that.
Well, not in that case, because if Fischer throws that about
not in that one.
Yeah. But I'm saying Fischer is 2 feet lower on that. That's a pick 6 for the Cardinals. But I think everyone in the stadium was calling for holding. It wasn't called, but they've let both teams really work it.
Left side tackle is working this outside linebacker for the Colerain Cardinals.
Handoff inside out, and that is a good play by Jackson. Close to the line to gain, and that's, again, the Cardinals have 2 sophomores on the outside linebacker position, and Cooper Krieg has got to know that as the outside linebacker, he's got to turn that in. Jackson kind of just juked him while he's getting blocked, and he got the extra yardage to the outside.
Yeah, you have help on the inside, turn him inside, even if you're not making the play.
And even if
you're diverting him into traffic.
And even if you don't have help on the inside, that's not your job. That's the inside crews to happen. So they are going to give him a 1st down there. Trips to the right. Fischer looks, quick throw. Stop, and in and out of the hands of Figgins. Not a bad call for the Indians, but still don't know why you're passing the ball with the way you've run the ball today, especially here in the second half.
Up 3 scores.
And don't get me wrong, it's open because the Cardinals are sitting in the run, and the nature of that Cardinal defense is a zone, sitting in that final soft little spot there to Figgins.
And bad thing for Fischer, that was probably his most accurate throw.
It was.
It hit Figgins right in the middle of the chest, right off his hands.
Fischer takes it, hands it off to Jackson. He's got no room to go. Might have lost some yards there.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10, 4:27 left to play. But we've seen how dangerous this Fairfield team can be on 3rd down.
They've been most successful on 3rd and long tonight. Except for the 3rd and 30. They've been pretty successful.
Well, many teams are not successful on 3rd and 30.
Fischer rolls right. He's got a man. Figgins makes the much more difficult catch. And this one for a 1st down.
Fischer's pass is complete to Mike Figgins.
Yeah, just simple little rollout.
For a 1st down.
It hits him directly in the chest, and he makes it. Figgins makes up for his drop with a great catch and a 1st down, ball at the 30-yard line.
Rolls right, flood pattern, hit the out route right at the sticks. Cardinals have brought a corner blitz the other way, so it was a good thing he did roll right. Fischer lost the handoff, still loose. Did he get it? Yes, they Fried nearly had it for the Cardinals, but Fischer kind of knocked it away last minute. 3-yard loss.
Loss of 3. It'll be 2nd and 13.
So a loss of 3 yards on that play.
So after the 1st down catch, a negative play. Fischer takes it, hands off Jackson. He's met this time. The sophomore does not get beat. Greg Williams with a good tackle.
A little bit of extracurriculars. Both teams doing a little bit of jawing after the play, but Colerain makes the stop.
That's one of those where they make the tackle and they both stop, but momentum makes it look like they're playing after the whistle.
Well, it was just it was an offensive lineman and a defensive lineman, just kind of continuing. I don't know if from up in the booth, we got the windows open, but I really didn't hear a loud whistle.
No.
So it's a good no call. Referees kind of warned both teams. So it's 3rd down and 13.
Fischer with 2 receivers to either side.
Another 3rd down conversion.
Steps back, looks, throws, short little hook, and out of bounds before he went down, so it'll be 4th and 6 for the Indians. This one more in a position that they'll probably go for it rather than.
Yeah, I don't think McGuire.
Knocked out by number 15, Hayden Danielson.
They're talking it over. I think this might be out of McGuire's range.
This is a big 4th down.
So the offense is staying on the field.
So 4th down. Fischer, empty backfield, rolls left. He's got some space, looking, throws, incomplete.
This time they roll him to the left instead of the right, and they're running that same pattern they ran the other side. But he little good pressure from the inside forces him to throw it a little bit before he wanted to. Incomplete. Colerain takes over on bounds.
We need Nicholas Gain to come to the top of the steps out by Cardinal Village. Nicholas Gain.
So Colerain's going to get the ball. 26-yard line. 2:07 left to play in this 3rd quarter.
All right, folks, this is it. The Colerain Cardinals take over 1st and 10 on their own.
So Colerain going to go to the shotgun formation.
Jennings steps back, rolls, throws. Catch by Satterwhite, cuts inside. That's enough for the first down across to the 40.
Nice different look for the Colerain. They only had one wide receiver out there, but they released Satterwhite underneath. He was uncovered. Had one guy to beat and kind of made a juke, picked up a first down out to the 42-yard line.
Cardinals back now under 7. And nowhere to go.
Feed to the fullback, barely back to the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to go for Hopper.
Deshaun Hopper is the carrier. Back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10, Colerain.
No gain officially on the play, 2nd and 10, and that play just had no push. The interior 3 there didn't get the clearance for the mesh to go forward at all.
Yeah, the nose tackle for the Fairfield Indian, biggest man on the field, is just not made a lot of plays, but it's filled up a lot of space.
Jennings takes it, rolls left, and throw, catch, Satterwhite. Short gain on the play.
Jennings passes complete to number 6.
It shows him a little bit something different look. He's going to pick up about 2 yards.
Nope,
1 yard.
The 3rd down and 8 for the Cardinals.
So going to be a 3rd down and 9.
Cardinals, at this point, I think everything is 4-down territory. Doesn't matter where it is. They're down 3 scores.
Single coverage, bottom side.
And in motion. Jennings takes it, keeps, looks to throw. He had a man, he just can't get it off.
Yeah, they run play action right there and kind of quarterback booted out, but that
he
just didn't have time to throw.
He had every receiver open on the right. He had his outlet was open on the right. The guy running in
but they ran the fake to the left and took the quarterback's momentum away from those receivers. It's a strangely designed play.
Cardinals will punt after the sack. And then Green. Kick not a very high or good. It's going to take a bounce. Indians will let it go. And it ends up a pretty decent.
Green's punt goes ahead.
Yeah, we'll take that outcome anytime. That ball probably didn't get 10 feet off the ground the entire time, but unable to field it was the return man. That ball's going to go out of bounds, going to be spotted at the 24-yard line, Fairfield Indians.
So we'll have one play left here in the 3rd quarter. Handoff, Jackson, right side. Finding some space to the 40-yard line after 3/4 of play here. At Colerain High School, it's the Indians 27, the Cardinals 7.
And that'll end the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, slight adjustment to the way they're attacking this read option. Where the running back early in this game was running inside with no success, they've just kind of moved his lane of his pathway outside of the tackles and have found a little bit of something happening where they've shut him down the first half. He's been real successful that 3rd quarter.
From football players to soccer moms, and from weekend warriors to working professionals.
So Colerain Cardinals down 3 scores with 1/4 left to play.
The Indians with the ball. 3rd quarter, the clock becomes their best friend.
What we saw in that 3rd quarter, we kind of surprised they were throwing the ball with as much control that they've had, but you run to set up the pass, you pass to set up the run. This Colerain defense has been out there a long time. So 4 wide receivers, 3 up top, 1 at the bottom. Shotgun formation for Talon Fischer.
Fischer flush. He's just going to beat him to the edge. Finds some space. Makes some contact and pick up the first down.
Takes it up to the 49-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's why you see him playing at a different position. He could have easily ran out of bounds, but he initiated contact, but Talon Fischer is not getting up. I believe that's Fischer that's down. Instead of stepping out of bounds, he lowered his head, ran right into the defensive back that was making the tackle. He is up. We'll see if they let him back in the game. He does have to, I believe he has to sit out a play.
He does. They called a stoppage for an injury.
And with lowering his head like that, I don't know if he goes, the high school has a concussion protocol.
I don't know if it was his head or his shoulder. Handoff. Jackson trying to find some space. Gets a little bit of wiggle room.
Jackson on the carry. A gain of 3 yards.
Pick up about 3.
Yeah, they had Love in there as a substitute quarterback for the one play. They pick up 3 yards, and Talon Fischer is coming back in the ball game.
Fischer back in the game, takes it. Handoff. Jackson found a little bit of space close to a first down, but not quite.
Jackson on the carry.
Yeah, he's going to get into the Colerain territory. Ball at the, but there is a holding on the play. So he picked up 3 yards as a spot foul. So with the spot foul, it's 10 yards from that foul, and that's going to bring it all the way back to the Fairfield 42. So it's going to bring 2nd down and 21.
So the second time a spot penalty gives a big negative to the Indians.
But the positive for the Indians, the clock is still running.
Well, the time on the clock is running. The clock's not moving at all. It's a stationary object.
Play clock down to 5. Fairfield's going to have to burn a timeout.
Yeah, I don't know. That's, I'm not going to say it's inexcusable, but it's not.
Well, you get your quarterback, your substitute quarterback just sat out of play.
We also just had a penalty called where we had plenty of time.
Well, maybe they're just looking to give Talon Fischer just a little bit more extra time to clear the cobwebs. Still kind of shaking his head when he took the field. But that's the second timeout that Fairfield has had to burn because of the play clock this half. Going to leave them with only 1 left for the remainder of the game.
All sports teams, show cards, drama, and marching band. Join today. Rocky is our huge ultimate Cardinals sponsor.
So 1 timeout remaining for the Indians, 2 for the Cardinals, 10:38.
So 2nd down and 21. The snap goes past Fischer.
Still loose.
Still loose. Looks like Fairfield. Yep, looked like Fairfield covered it up, but that ball's going to go all the way back inside the 25 down to the 24. And Fischer's getting up slow again. Kind of got rolled up trying to cover that bad snap.
Yeah, that's one you appreciate the Cardinal defender going after the ball carrier, but Fischer didn't have the ball. The defender jumped at him rather than the ball. The Cardinal defender jumped right over the football.
So that's going to be 3rd down and 10, 20, 34.
Handoff up the middle. Jackson going to pick up about half of it, but half of 35 is still
not enough.
Is substantial, but not nearly enough.
So Myrick makes the tackle, stops him at the 40-yard line. He's going to bring on the punting squad now.
Little wrinkle to this injury to Talon Fisher. He's
Probably
also the punter.
Probably takes away the possibility of a fake.
Well, the score and other things also probably take away from
Nothing
that.
surprises me.
We saw him struggle with the snap, is what I'm saying. Now he's going to take this just fine. Gets it away. Fair caught. Cardinals will take over right at their own 30-yard line.
By Justin Rhodes.
Justin Rhodes with the fair catch.
At about the 30-yard line.
Does a good job there. That kick was kind of an end-over-end line drive. If he doesn't make that, it's a pretty difficult catch there. That ball could still be rolling.
It wasn't the cleanest kick, but it is a 30-yard net, so I think the Indians.
When a kick makes that much sound, we could hear it up in the booth, it's not clean.
Well, when it makes that much sound, it isn't clean, because you can make that sound and it's a booming kick. So Jennings under center. Lost the handle, loose ball. Recovered by the Cardinals.
Still, third week of the season, we're still seeing too many issues quarterback to center. Going to lose almost 4 yards on that play.
14. On the 25-yard line.
Second and 14 for the Cardinals. Now they're in the shotgun. Jennings takes it, rolls. Looking for a receiver. He's going to just tuck it up the middle. He's going to pick up the original line of scrimmage a little bit ahead of, nope, right at the original line of scrimmage. Will be 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, the pocket collapsed on him. He was looking to throw, but had to tuck it real quick. He saw a little bit of a seam.
3rd down and 10.
Jennings is taking some hits tonight. He's not looking very comfortable himself. He's got a slight limp going on right now.
Well, you take as many hits as he has tonight. They're going to head up.
So again, here we go. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers.
Jennings takes it, steps back, looks, throws double move over top, and that's just too much on it, looking for Robinson deep.
I'm still fine with that. You got single coverage, but he's got to make that ball catchable. That ball landed 4 yards out of bounds.
Number 12, Xavier Isaacs on the coverage.
So I don't know what the record for punts in a game, but Colerain is really working Brendan Green tonight.
Brendan Green to punt. Back to receive.
Love is back at his 35-yard line.
I got to think, though, Hilliard did, well, no, that was all, no one did punt in that game. Never mind. To the win. I would say that game was like 12-10.
Colerain is a late substitution. The play clock is running down. 3. They snap the ball. They're not set. Why didn't the coach stop that play? They called for the punt.
They called timeout.
Did they get a timeout in?
Yeah.
Okay. Wasn't very demonstrative from the sideline. Didn't see it, but Colerain does call time.
He just has to be demonstrative, cut right to the coach.
Well, not necessarily
referee right next to him.
Right, not necessarily demonstrative to the coach, but you usually see the official tries to stop a play with a timeout. But Colerain only had 10 players on the field, and the late player, instead of just staying on the sidelines, ran through the defense.
Which he has every right to do. But
yeah.
There's no penalty for that. He doesn't. As long as he's not deliberately trying to, trick them, he's just trying to rush into the field. Brendan Green back to kick. Snap is back. Kick is away. Line drive. Taken by Love. Makes the first man miss. Doesn't get past the second wave. It'll be 1st down Indians. There's a real balance here. I think they're still going to send Talon Fischer out. But if you have Talon Fischer with any question, you have a 3-score lead with only 7 minutes to play.
He delivered the shot on the sidelines that made him sit out, but he was moving slow, shaking
all I'm
his head.
saying, if there's any risk of further injury, just take him out.
You think the rest of the season?
Yeah. Cardinals haven't done enough on offense to scare you that they're going to score 3 times in the next 7 minutes. Now, you could take it where he just hands the ball off, but we already saw him miss a snap. So, handoff Jackson, right side, and Cooper Creek got blown up on that side. Jackson with all sorts of room to run.
Jackson on the carry. He goes ahead.
Yeah, they don't get as much credit, but that time you've got to. Colin Robinson, left tackle on the outside, just cleared the way.
And as well as the young outside linebackers have played early on in this season, the 2 sophomores, Cooper Creek is going to do a lot of good things here moving forward in the future. Starting as a sophomore, both ways. He's the second tight end for the Cardinals, but he got blocked there by the senior tackle. Jackson, handoff. Little stretch play out of the shotgun. Sweep, cuts back. Falls forward for about 3 yards.
I'll tell you what, this has been a very, very, even though it's been scores on big plays, it's been a physical game. Even the offensive line I'm watching from Fairfield is getting up slow. The defensive line is getting up slow. These guys are going to sleep well tonight.
Well, because outside of those big plays, it's been just slobber knocker up the middle. There hasn't been a kind of...
Yeah, even though you're running every play out of the shotgun, it is a war in the trenches.
Yeah, they're out of the shotgun, but it is a run-first offense for the Indians. Handoff up the middle, step back, little stays on his feet, but just not enough. Juster Fataki steps forward and has got enough for a first down.
Enough for another Indian first down.
Got a couple substitutions for the Colerain on defense.
They've been talking about the toll of this. They've been substituting up front defensively the most I think they've seen them all year. And Stanley West's helmet came off, so he will have to come out this play. Fataki takes it around the edge.
That edge was open because of a hold.
Holding on Fairfield.
And these are the kind of holdings I think in the end of the game you're not going to matter because.
Well, it's good for us because it gives them another play and keeps the clock rolling.
What I'm saying is you want to kind of play to the edge as a blocker. And there have been plenty of times on both ways we've said that was close to being a holding and that could have been a holding. But those plays have set up big plays on the outside, so you're going to take the occasional. You don't want a holding play every drive, but if you get the occasional one every 2 or 3 drives, you might be okay with it.
Well, being an offensive lineman in the past, you know there is holding on every play.
It's not holding on every play. Someone's got to call for it every play. Fischer scrambles, throws, and Myrick looking for the hit and not the ball there.
I was wondering, yeah, Myrick is kind of scouting that play, and he's watching that wide receiver if he dumps it off, and if he just kind of sees the ball because it missed the wide receiver completely, he had a chance to pick that off.
And you don't blame Myrick. He's doing the right thing. He doesn't know the ball. He doesn't know the ball's being overthrown.
Yeah, he's doing his job. Play the man. If he doesn't have the ball, he can't beat you. So second down and long.
If he did look up.
Yeah.
Man in motion. Handoff to the right side. And again, just patient running. Jackson down the sidelines and 6 points.
Yeah, that's a tired secondary making tackles. Not making the tackles, getting off the block there. They've run that jet sweep the entire time, and it's been there, but good seal block by the wide receiver. He got past the linebackers, and there's a safety and a defensive back there to greet him, but didn't fight off their block, and there was just an alley right down the line, right down the sideline.
In for the point after attempt, McGuire.
So McGuire again, been perfect on the night. Snap is back, hold is good, the kick is up, and it is good at the 5:21 mark. Up, there's some whistles. A few little extracurriculars.
Nothing much.
No flags. Referees separate them. So 5:21 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Fairfield Indians all over the Colerain Cardinals, 34-7.
Valley Metalworks has been a steady supporter of Colerain Boosters for several years, and we would like to thank them for their donations through the years. Valley Metalworks.
So thanks to all of our volunteers here at Waycross Community Media. From the camera guys to the guys in the truck, we couldn't showcase our student athletes without our volunteers. And if you like what you see, contact Waycross Community Media. Be a part of a team, be a part of another school's team. They need volunteers. We need you. The guys in the truck just let me know, our camera crew tonight, 3 are brand new. Never seen a camera before.
Well, they've seen cameras before.
And nobody has fallen off the roof.
They
so
have phones.
We're having a good night.
They've seen a camera. Squibbed it, taken through 2 up men. Rhodes is going to take it, knock over a Fairfield defender, stays on his feet, gets it across the 35.
Wow. When you've got your fullback returning kicks, he's not going to run around people. He dropped his shoulders and didn't get a number on that truck, but as Braden Shanklin had a nice catch earlier in the game, this time can't catch the running back.
Well, he caught them. This time the ball was a Colerain runner who ran him, fought back.
Yeah, football is a contact sport, and there's a good example right there.
Jennings comes out.
Still first teams in for both these squads. No substitutions, I see.
Shotgun. False start on the Cardinals.
False start.
I didn't see who was it. It might have been, did you see it was a wide receiver on the outside?
Must have been set and then it made a movement.
So subtract 5 yards, first down and 15.
Jennings takes the bad snap, rolls, throws. He's got Sheedham. And he is down, but not before he's got enough for a first down. Backside post is there.
Been there all night if he's had time to throw it. This time really didn't have enough time because the didn't handle the snap that well, but did get it off. Cheatham does a good job adjusting to the pass, but his knee is down when he catches the ball. But it's a first down, Colerain Cardinals.
He tried to do the smooth play it off like, no, I didn't.
If you don't hear a whistle, you continue the play, and that's what he did.
Jennings rolls, looks. Nothing there. He's going to tuck it, run, keep Drug from behind. He's going to lose about 2 yards.
Yeah, good coverage downfield. Dorian Soriano does a good job, just seals that edge, doesn't give it to him.
Jennings is thrown from behind, was slow to get up.
Well, he was thrown down by his jersey, and then he kind of whipped down, hit shoulder first. Now, he wasn't hit as hard as he hit the ground.
So we'll have to come out of play.
Yeah, they're adjusting his shoulder pad, so yeah.
So we'll find out who the Cardinals' backup quarterback is. It looks like it is Mikkel Satterwhite.
So in an obvious throwing situation, your backup quarterback is going to run the ball.
He's a straight keeper. He's also your number 1 running back. And he's going to show it here down the sidelines, trying to find some space, finally out of bounds. But not before.
And I think they're going to tack on 15 here for a hit out of bounds. Satterwhite did a good job along the outside and was forced out of bounds. But the Fairfield Indians a couple yards out of bounds. After 3 or 4 steps out of bounds, the referees are discussing it. It's borderline.
Well, they're going to wave it up. It's one of those where he's right at the sideline. It's like you got to say, hey, he might hit him out of bounds, but you didn't blow the whistle so they know he's out of bounds.
Right, so he had taken 2 or 3 steps out of bounds, but along the sidelines. He was going vertical with the sideline. So
Jennings back in, had to sit out of one play.
And Colerain has a late substitution on a wide receiver coming in late.
Legal substitution.
First and 15.
First down and 15.
You say, why don't they do that every play? And you're expecting, well, the defense should expect the backup quarterback, who is the running back, to just run the ball, but had some success there. So it'll be first and 15 after the procedure penalty. Jennings takes it. He's just going to keep it. Run up the middle. Get it almost back to the original line of scrimmage.
Keeper goes forward. Brought down by number 40, Dorian Soriano.
Yeah, that was just simple quarterback dive. He saw the success that Satterwhite had. Maybe he can find a crease there too. Second down and about 13. They can get a first down just at the 5-yard line.
As strong as Jennings and Satterwhite has the advantage of you just lose them in that crowd. Jennings takes the snap, rolls right, and throws it up. He's got Satterwhite, but out of bounds.
Jennings' pass into the end zone is
Incomplete. I almost thought there.
Yeah, there's kind of almost a late hit by the Fairfield player, but I believe they might be penalizing the Colerain player for complaining about the late hit.
I thought he hit him early.
There's
no uncatchable, so that should. It almost looked like the referee looked away because it was uncatchable, but there's no uncatchable. I mean, it doesn't excuse Satterwhite, but it did look like he got hit he was either hit before the ball was completely dead, completely out of bounds, before the ball arrives. And again, doesn't matter, no uncatchable in high school, but doesn't bail out Satterwhite from that. I was about to say, it almost looked like Jennings could have just tucked it and ran right away. I know he wants to run the play as it's designed, but.
Well, and he was open. There wasn't a lot of a window there, but he did have an open receiver.
So it was post-play. Jennings looks, steps up, spinning out still on his feet, not going to get out of the second wave. It'll be 4th down. It's just about to say before the snap, that was post-play, so that play counted, so that was 3rd down. This will be 4th and 25. They have to get to the 30.
Yeah, I believe they gave that sack to Jordan Jackson.
They're at the 34. They need the 4 for a first down. Jennings takes the snap, looks back, tosses it up, and that is actually the better outcome for the Cardinals. The interception to Bivens in the end zone will gain them extra 14 yards.
Yeah, I believe that was Chiara. Was that Love on the interception? Yeah, you almost treat that as a punt.
No, you're right, it's Love, not Bivens.
But they there we had 2 receivers up top, 1 down here at the bottom, and he was pretty much playing a zone coverage 1-on-3 jump ball.
And on 4th and 30, that's the play you're expecting. Just throw it up and hope something happens.
That's one that you don't mind your quarterback getting an interception.
Let's have some At least they have their clothes on. Some streaker students running onto the field. That's been cleared off.
Talon Fischer still in the ball game.
Hand off, just simple, trying to just really keep the clock rolling.
2:21 left to play in this game.
4. The second down and 6. 24-yard line.
Yeah, better pick up of 4 yards on that play. Fataki on the carry.
I don't think we can see anything much but hands off to Fataki for the rest of this game. Nope, I'm wrong. They handed off to Shanklin.
Shanklin shows a little bit of speed getting to the edge. They keep him in bounds. And again, after the play, all this contact, offensive lineman getting up slow, defensive lineman getting up slow.
Physical game.
This is where we thank our training staff from both these squads, because they've got their work cut out tonight and tomorrow. Get the ice machines going. So he did pick up a couple yards. Going to pick up a 3rd down and 3, 1:35 left to play.
Shaking up on the play. Third down and 2.
3rd and 2.
28-yard line.
Game clock did stop just slightly for the substitution. It is rolling.
Up the middle, Fataki going to get enough for the first down. With that, the Indians will have the opportunity to run the clock out.
Taken down by Stanley West.
So for the first time in 17 tries, Fairfield will defeat Colerain.
Has it been that long?
It has been that long.
Attention all spectators, per GMC bylaw and Colerain High School policy, spectators are not permitted on the field at any time at the conclusion of the game. We thank you.
So they are going to have to take at least one more snap. And it looks like they're kind of setting up in victory formation. But they're going to take a timeout.
Yeah, because they weren't organized to set it up, and the game clock was about to, or play clock was about to go out.
Per GMC bylaw and Colerain High School policy, spectators are not permitted on the field at any time. Pause there. And especially at the conclusion of the game. We thank you in advance for your cooperation.
So who we got next week, Brandon?
Cardinals are right back, turning around. They'll face the Mason Comets right back here at Colerain High School. The Comets currently lead the Oak Hills Highlanders 23-3.
We haven't seen Mason here in a long time.
No. And as someone who lives 6 minutes from the high school, I'm disappointed we are not at Mason again.
I live like 7 minutes from the high school.
You live 7 minutes from Colerain High School. I live 7 minutes from Mason High School. Knee by Talon Fischer, and that should be the last play of the game.
Fairfield takes a lead.
Fairfield will let the clock run out.
And what I like after it's such a bruising game, offensive and defensive linemen. Great show of sportsmanship on both sides.
So they'll let the clock run out, but before it does hit 0, both teams are already at the sidelines, or at midfield, exchanging handshakes. And so we will go final here at Colerain High School. It's the Fairfield Indians defeating the Colerain Cardinals 30-7. So thank you for everyone for listening on Waycross Community Media. This has been Cardinal Football.